My name is Mike, and I like movies late at night. Today's review, 2015's Best Movies. We're back again. It's your boy Michael Ray, hey Bauer, with the top 10 best movies from 2013. That's right, I haven't seen every single movie this year, but the ones I did pay to see because I was excited to watch them, these are my top 10 from the movies I saw this year. Alright, well, you can't have a top 10 list without some honorable mentions. So my honorable mention number 1 is The Martian. First off, I love science fiction movies, and I really dig Ridley Scott as a director. So I was looking forward to this movie, and it didn't disappoint. It didn't make it in my top 10, but it was pretty enjoyable to watch. I just thought there was a few flaws with it, in terms of basically this is the Castaway on Mars. But it had a lot of good moments. The Martian, pretty decent movie.
Right. Let's do the math. Our service mission here was supposed to last 31 souls. For redundancy, they sent 68 souls worth of food. That's for 6 people. So for just me, that's going to last 300 souls, which I figure I can stretch to 400 if I ration. So I got to figure out a way to grow 3 years worth of food here on a planet where nothing grows. Luckily, I'm a botanist. Mars will come to fear my botany power.
For my next honorable mention, I'm talking about a little-known film called American Heist. It's a crime drama starring Hayden Christensen from Star Wars and Adrian Brody. It's about 2 brothers who basically just kind of get involved in a bank heist, and everything goes wrong, and how they try to get out of it. It's just really well acted and performed, and it was a pretty interesting storyline. It's some of the best acting I've seen from Hayden Christensen, well, since ever. So I think American Heist is a movie that not a lot of people saw, but should see. I'm sure it's available on Blu-ray or digital.
You don't know what it's like being in there with the lifers, man. It's brutal, man. This guy, he saved me. I owe him.
Yeah, you owe him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? You just gonna be his little bitch now? Huh?
What'd you say?
You gonna be his fucking little bitch now?
Fucking talk to me. Say that to
You know
me.
that?
Don't fucking
You're
say
just
that
a
to
fucking
me.
little clown.
Fucking say that to me.
He's a little fucking juggling clown.
Oh, man, you know what I've fucking been through. You don't know what I've been through.
Alright, now it's time for my official top 10 favorite movies from 2015. Well, coming in at number 10 is a movie almost everybody hated, except me. I'm talking about Sisters. That's right, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, 2 of the best women comics on television today, hosting award shows, Saturday Night Live. They are brilliant. And in this movie, they play 2 sisters that are kind of down on their luck, looking for some excitement in their life when their parents are going to sell their home. So they go back to their home in Florida to remove their stuff while their parents are selling their home, and they decide to have one last big party. So they bring all their friends to this one last blowout party, and all their friends are over 40, like me. So the adventures that they ensue while doing drugs and all this crazy stuff for one night because they're all lonely and they all want to have excitement. I really enjoyed Sisters. It made me laugh throughout, and I had a hell of a good time.
Oh, man, who called the cops?
Having a pretty big party, huh?
Oh, is 500 people too much?
Popo! Popo! Oh, somebody call a stripper? You gonna take your clothes off for us? You can't come in here without the judge signing the thing. This is where I live. This is our house. Yep. This is where we live, okay? And this is our property for the next 24 hours. A lot of sex is gonna happen. A lot of sexy times. You can't stop that. Last time I checked, sex wasn't against the law. As much as you would love that, wouldn't you? Once you step off, Blue, don't you know I'm no code?
Now we know that.
Officer Donuts, why don't you go back into your squad car and go save a kitten from a tree? Because these pussies are doing fine. So wrap your mind around that, Captain Crunch.
And coming in at number 9 is a little movie that reinvented itself in one of the biggest universes ever. I'm talking about Creed. That's right, this movie is in the Rocky franchise, and it had to reinvent itself moving forward because it's not really about Rocky, it's about Apollo Creed's son. Michael B. Jordan. And the director, he did some amazing work in Fruitville Station with Michael B. Jordan, who should have been nominated for an Academy Award for that movie. And he made Sylvester Stallone into a brilliant, brilliant actor. Sylvester Stallone did some of his best works in this movie. I don't even know why Michael B. Jordan is not nominated for an award this year either. But this movie, Creed, really reinvents itself and is a good time. And I'm looking forward to sequels, if any. Creed. Great movie.
This is it?
Yeah. Just want to see if I can get up these steps.
When's the first time you came here?
I was 12. I think it's my favorite place. When you get to the top, you think you can fly.
And coming in at 8 is another boxing movie that, to me, just edged out Creed in greatness. I'm talking about Southpaw. That's right, Jake Gyllenhaal plays a down-on-his-luck boxer who has all these travesties happen in his life while he's trying to make money for him and he's a single father, and just everything goes wrong, and he has to fight, and he has addiction, and it's just really gripping to watch this story unfold. Southpaw. Pretty fantastic.
Dad, you have to tell them you can't do it.
Layla, I gotta do it.
No, you can't. I have to be there, Dad.
Baby, I'm trying to get you out. Just
When?
Layla.
When?
Layla, I'm trying.
When? You! I hate you! I hate you! Why can't you just get me out of this place? Why do you not?
I can't right now.
You're not!
Baby,
I don't trust you!
just trust me.
You
Come
do.
on,
I'm
baby.
making promises
Come on.
and you don't mean them!
That's not true.
You should have been the one that was killed! You!
And ironically, coming in at number 7 is The Hateful Eight. That's right, Quentin Tarantino's 8th movie, in which apparently he's only going to direct 10 movies throughout his career. That's pretty interesting. But in this movie, it's about a band of people that have a mystery and they don't know what's going on. I don't want to give anything away. Well, they all get together in this cabin in the woods, and then secrets get revealed, and then there's some, there's some horror, and just great screenwriting and chemistry between all the cast members. And you just have to watch this movie. It is thoroughly enjoyable, and you're going to be guessing throughout this entire movie. Hateful Eight, number 7.
When you get to hell, John, tell him Daisy sent you.
Coming in at number 6, it's Steve Jobs. Who would have thunk I would have liked a movie basically about talking before a press conference? That's right, this entire movie is pretty much in a room before press conferences for Steve Jobs. But it was brilliant. This movie not only delves into the computer genius, it delves into his life as a father, as a man, and with the way his soul is. Basically, they think he's a mean person and sarcastic and rude, and this kind of delves into the psyche of why he is that way. And let me tell you, I love Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin can write the shit out of the encyclopedia, and it would be brilliant. I'm not as intelligent as Aaron Sorkin, as you can see, but this movie is brilliant. Steve Jobs, great movie.
Jobs insists, I'm
I
quoting,
didn't invent math.
28% of the male population of the United States could be the father.
I wasn't saying you slept with 28% of American men. I was using an algorithm based on the blood test, which said there was a 94.1% chance that I'm the father.
You're trying to publicly paint me as a slut and a whore.
Believe me, I'm not trying to publicly do anything with you.
2 million people read Time. How am I
It would be
supposed
more
to...
if they put me on the cover, but Dan
I
Cocky
applied for
decided to
welfare
kidney punch
yesterday.
me. I'm sorry?
I said I applied for welfare yesterday. The Time article said your Apple stock was worth $441 million. And I wanted to ask you how you felt about that.
Well, I feel like Apple stock has been dramatically undervalued.
And now we're in our official top 5 best movies from 2015. Coming in at number 5 is, I loved it, Jurassic World. I know it's a remake, and it was a lot cliche off of the originals, but that's the point. I love the original Jurassic Park. I saw things I never saw on film with Jurassic Park, and I got to see them again with Jurassic World. This time with better graphics, louder sound, and the director was a fan of the series. That's why he got the job.
Close the door.
We can't lock him in.
Come
there
on,
with
close
that
it
thing.
down.
Somebody talk to me. What is happening?
Coming in at 4 is a movie called Straight Outta Compton. That's right, who would have thought a movie about rap artists from the 90s would have done so good? That's right, I lived this time. I lived these moments. I had their tapes in my car, and at these times again of racism and hatred, albeit from police, oppression, you name it, to watch this movie on screen, because we're living that again these days, it's just really brilliant to watch, and it's really opened your eyes. Straight Outta Compton, man. I don't care who you are, what race you are, you gotta watch this movie.
Fucking holding me, fool! Fuck off! Where the fuck you going? Hey man, I'm just trying to get home, man. I'm not even doing nothing.
Put your fucking hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers. Spread your fucking legs.
Shut the fuck up! Man, you know fucking here. Look, these boys, they all grew up on this block, okay?
That's my son.
That's my
son.
Back, ladies. I'm telling you, get back inside, or I promise you, I will ruin your fucking night.
Man, you ain't gotta talk to my moms like that.
Shut the fuck up, motherfucking nigger.
Oh, I'm a nigger now?
Oh, wait a minute, my ass, motherfucker.
Okay. Officer, can you explain why you jacking us right now?
Man, I ain't explaining shit to you.
Get the fuck up off the street.
I'm on my property. I can stand right here. You got that? Son! We right here.
Where you got the fucking rocks, homeboy?
And not everybody slinging dope, man.
Don't give a fuck. This is LAPD. I'm the only gangster out here.
Alright, it's time for my official top 3 favorite movies from 2015. Coming in at number 3. Let me just tell you, this movie is intense. It is not made for the little kids. It's called No Escape. It stars Owen Wilson, where he's a father, and he goes to a new country like Vietnam for a job, and he brings his wife and his daughter, and the minute they land, everything gets intense. There's a war going on in that country, and they get caught in the middle of it. And this movie scares the shit out of you, because to me, this is real. And I'm not trying to give a spoiler away, but look, one example of how crazy this movie is the father trying to save his daughter, throws her off a roof. No Escape. Watch it.
Get over to that roof.
What?
You're gonna jump first, and I'm gonna throw the kids over one at a time.
No way.
Annie, look at me. We're gonna die here. Listen to me.
Okay.
I need you to close your eyes.
No, don't do it.
Okay. If I don't,
No.
People are gonna hurt you.
Coming in at number 2, I'm talking about Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Many of you thought this might be my number 1, but as Yoda would say,
No, there is another.
Star Wars The Force Awakens, I loved it. The nostalgia, I was waiting for this movie. It was brilliant to watch. To me, this is a complete remake of the first original Star Wars movies, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, etc. But they did a good job for the new audience from Disney, and basically everything the same happened again, just in different context. But in real life, everything repeats itself and happens again. So hey, I enjoyed it. But I really enjoyed Star Wars The Force Awakens. That's why it's my number 2.
Yes. The Force. It's calling to you. Just let it in.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. We will crush the resistance once and for all. Show them the power of the darkness.
Alright, coming in as my number 1 favorite movie from 2015. I didn't even watch this movie in theaters. I watched it on my computer screen, and it was still that good. I'm talking about Mad Max. This movie had it all. Visuals I have never seen before. Cars, crazy characters, action. Witness me! It was like a comic book come to life, full of action and hot women and cars, and it looked brilliant. And all they did in this movie is drive one way, up a street basically, and come right back for 2 hours. But it was enjoyable. It was the funnest movie I've seen all year. And the guy on the guitar being hanged by rope, playing music throughout, I was done. This movie, Mad Max, is really enjoyable. And it's a cinematic discovery, I must tell you. That's why it edged out Star Wars. Because to me, it was something completely new that I never expected.
He turned his head, he looked me straight in the eye! He was scanning the horizon! No! I am awaited! I am awaited in Valhalla!
So there you go. There's my top 10 favorite movies from 2015. Again, these are my opinions from movies that I saw, maybe not yours. But hey, what movies did you like? What's your top 10 list? Leave it in the forum below and I'd like to see that. Because maybe you guys can recommend some movies that I haven't seen that might be just as good. Alright y'all, remember, watch my top 10 worst movies list and I'll see you when I see you.